I get calls every single day from people wanting to move into the greater Toronto area. And the big question is always, Clement, what city should I move into? Why should I move into this city? Is this city going to be good in terms of price? Honestly, my answer is always fairly similar to every single one of them because it really depends on you. Your lifestyle, what are you moving in there for? Your commute. Is it important for you to be closer to your kids' school? Is it important for you to be close to work? Is it important for you to be close to an airport? Your family, your goals, your targets. What are you really looking to attain in that specific area? But what I can show you today is which Greater Toronto area city gets the least demand and which areas get the most calls from buyers relocating right now. So if you own a property in one of these areas, you are in a good position no matter what's going on in the market. If the market is really good, you're going to get the best of it. If the market is really bad, you're going to get the best of the bad. And how I want to do this as well is break it down into tiers. And I'll add another bonus tier in there. So stay with me until the end because I'll also give you my personal top pick for long-term value and lifestyle as well, because I know some of my clients are going to be surprised because I know some of you are watching this right now. So let's get into it. And before I get into it as well, my name is Clement. I'm a real estate broker here in the Greater Toronto area. And on this channel, we mostly talk about real estate, everything residential real estate. So if you're a buyer, a seller, an investor as well, just watch the channel, support the channel. And if you ever feel like you want to reach out to me at any point, you can always click one of the links below and it will direct you on one of your options and it will let me know what you want and I'll be able to get into a call with you to take it from there. So let's get into it. The first tier I want to talk about is the C tier, and this we'll call it the affordable and established tier. So in here, it's older homes, bigger lots, good pricing for the most part. And the first pocket in this area is the Scarborough pocket. So this is if you really just want to still have that Toronto address with you and you don't want to pay the prime Toronto prices, that Scarborough pocket will give you that one because it's one of the most overlooked parts in Toronto. But here's the truth. You actually get a lot for your money. You get bigger lots, older homes, great access to the 401. The TTC is very good in Scarborough, and there's multiple GO stations in Scarborough as well. So it makes it that much. And there's also schools around Scarborough that are fairly good as well. So it makes it pretty good that you're not so far from the core of downtown. You get like this diverse food around this year. There's a really good scene, particularly in the summer. It's really good. You get Scarborough Bluffs, which I think a lot of people really enjoy, and you still get the benefits of having that Toronto address that a lot of people really want. So without paying that core Toronto prices that I've mentioned, because the core Toronto prices are ridiculously pricey. Now, let's look at another city in this tier is Brampton. So the older area side, like let's say Bramley and the Madoc area, these are one of the best value pockets in Brampton per se. In these areas, you can get houses that will give you that bigger lot. You'll get that good 4-bedroom type of property, 3-bedroom properties. A lot of them will have, I know Brampton, this is a huge thing, a finished basement where you can actually put separate entrance because a lot of people in Brampton like that extra income, and you get that family-driven neighborhoods as well. If you're priced out of cities like Mississauga and you really want to be there, Brampton is the closest best thing that you can find. This is usually where people end up landing, particularly if they can't afford places in Mississauga. The only, or let's say the challenge here is that many of the homes need updating. Even though Brampton has seen a lot of new builds, and traffic on Queen Street can get very heavy at its peak hours. You'll end up spending so much time on the road, and some of the drivers in Brampton are not the best. So that is your C tier, older homes, bigger lots, strong value for the long term. So in this tier, you're buying for that long projection. You are okay for that long drive. You want nice, quiet type of areas. So that is your C tier. Now let's look at B tier. So in this tier, we're looking at value plus amenities. This is more of a balanced tier where it's pricing, growth, and the family lifestyle as well. The first city we're looking at here is Milton. So Milton is one of the fastest growing cities in the country because you get new neighborhoods, new schools, new parks, and the escarpment, hope I said that right, literally is in your backyard. And you also get quick access to the 401. They recently did that whole extension in Milton. It's incredibly good. You also have the 407 and the GO train. I have a client in Milton who literally just works downtown and takes the GO train, drives the car to the GO train station, and they go straight to downtown and come back in the evening. And that commute is not so hectic for her. So Milton gives that for you. It offers that really good type of lifestyle, and it's very quiet in Milton as well. It's clean, it's organized, and the families that are there absolutely love it. I have the clients that I have in Milton, they never complain about it. And some of the clients that I have to get out of Milton, they tend to not be so happy with the other options that they're going to find in different cities because of how good Milton is. The only drawback is that morning traffic in Milton. If you're not taking the GO station, obviously, because heading into the 401, it gets very, very intense, particularly on that rush hour time. But overall, Milton is strong. It's safe. It's a long-term pick. It's still growing. The neighborhoods are good. It's very, very much that lifestyle of family, and it's starting to get a little bit pricey. So it's in this tier, but I don't think it's going to stay in this tier for a very long time. The other city we're going to look at is Whitby. Whitby is one of those most balanced cities in Durham. It's neighboring to Offshore, and you get that marina, you get the waterfront, you get great schools, you get access to the 401, access to the 407, as well as the 412. They have really, really good schools. I know some of my clients who wanted to go there, I remember they specifically went there because they wanted French schools as well. This is also with Offshore, but Whitby gives you that, particularly pockets like Brooklyn, they really give you that really good feel about a family vibe as well. So the vibe there it's very calm. It's very family oriented. The very community focused type of city. Then the next city on this tier as well is Pickering. So Pickering is just the border of Toronto as well. Toronto, Pickering, that's pretty much the border. Toronto and I'll say Scarborough and Pickering are just much in the border there. So Pickering gives you lifestyle. Frenchman's Bay, the waterfront, new condo developments, a lot of new condo developments coming up in Whitby. Very quick to downtown access. The GO station as well is very good. So it doesn't take you so long to go from Pickering till downtown. It's almost like you're traveling from downtown to Toronto. So it's not that big of a difference. Then you almost save on land transfer taxes for that short while. So if you're thinking of going to Scarborough, you might want to look into Pickering as well. So I always say to my clients, you're paying for an extra maybe 15 minutes, you're saving yourself $20,000. So that's just something you want to look into. And also, this is where a lot of young families tend to move when they want that water parks and good commuting, and just you want to be close to Toronto still, but also have a good home. And if you feel like you can't afford Toronto and the extra property taxes that you'll have to pay because you're in Toronto, Pickering is also a really good option. So the demand keeps rising in Pickering. It's so competitive. So pricing has been moving up from the time people really kind of come to understand it a little bit better. So just keep that in mind as well. Pickering is rising in price. So let's look at the next city in this tier. So this might surprise a lot of you, but Burlington is another one that falls under this tier. It's clean, it's safe, very family oriented, and extremely livable. Burlington has one of the strongest long-term markets in the GTA. There's tons of parks, beautiful water trails, a great highway, access to both Toronto and Hamilton. It's in the border of Oakville, which is the most expensive city in the GTA, to be honest. So if you want to live in Oakville, maybe you want to look into Burlington a little bit because you'll almost get the similar type of lifestyle. Though Oakville just falls under a different tier, we'll get to talk about it. But you get that closeness. So, or if you don't want to go all the way far to Hamilton, Burlington is a good sweet spot as well. So if you want that calm, stable city type of lifestyle, Burlington is where you want to also look into. Then when we go up north, the next city in this tier is Newmarket. A lot of people look over it, but when they get there, they love it. A lot of the clients that did not consider Newmarket, I just told them, like, listen, let's just go for a showing out there. Let's go see how you feel about it. And once they get out there, they're like, you know what, Clement? I would add Milton into our criteria. So Newmarket is actually really good. I have some of my clients there and they just absolutely love it. You get a walkable main street, you get good schools, you get nice parks, and you get the 404, the rapid transit. 404 is not like 401. So 404 is really good because the commute is not going to be as bad. And it's a strong option for families who want balance and don't mind being a little bit up north. So if you don't want to go all the way till Ennisville, Newmarket is a good option. If you really want to push it, you can go up to Aurora a little bit. But Newmarket, honestly, some of the clients that I've put out there, they just absolutely love it. Okay, now let's get into that A tier, the high demand tier. So this is top schools, convenient, lifestyle is just on par. The first city on this tier is Mississauga. Mississauga is very versatile. It's one of the biggest cities in Canada, if I'm not wrong. Yes, Mississauga is one of the biggest cities in Canada, and it's literally to the border of Toronto West, which is incredible. And areas like Port Credit gives you the lake, the restaurants, and the marina. I've had some good food in the Port Credit area in Mississauga, and it's just incredible. And it's just a good feel when you're out there. The city gives you some good condos as well, good condo living. The Square One, Erin Mills, and that Church and Meadow area give you really good, great schools and quiet streets. I'll say Meadowville gives you parks and lake trails. I believe, I don't know if I'm correct, I haven't done this research, but I think Drake had a property in Square One. I don't know if he still has it. The penthouse there, I remember when it was being built, was actually really good. There's another Rogers building that's being built out there. It's just a smart building. Incredible. So that is Mississauga for you. Commuting there as well, it's so easy. Transit keeps improving. They've improved it a lot. And the whole city has a very established feel because, I mean, they're the biggest city. There's so many pockets you can pick from in Mississauga, so many communities, and the houses in Mississauga are just incredible as well. So you can go to different small pockets in Mississauga and you can find a little bit of everything that you want. This is one of the cities we get the most calls about. Like every time people ask about Mississauga, it's just a little bit hard to get into. So once you're in, you want to hold on to that area because the value of your property will always do good. So the next city in this tier is Markham. Markham is I'll call it the tech heart of the GTA. Lots of smart people in Markham, I'll tell you that much. There's tons of tech companies, a strong food system, beautiful, it's clean. The roads have completely been improved. The Unionville Main Street gives you this historic charm that buyers just, for some reason, they just love it. If you want a combination of schools, community, and convenience, Markham delivers you all of that. Then by its side, the next city in this tier is Richmond Hill. Richmond Hill is very quiet. It's stable. It has its own high demand as well. You get that large homes, great parks, great community centers. The access to the 404 as well is really good. The access to the 407 is fairly good as well too. It's pretty much direct, so you're not going to be dealing with a lot of traffic with this both series, Markham and Richmond. Yeah, and Richmond Hill. I found a lot of families love Richmond Hill because it has that comfortable, established feel. I'll be honest, Richmond Hill, I haven't dealt with so many people going to Richmond Hill, but the few conversations I've had about Richmond Hill, they have been that of family people. It has not. I've not found a lot of first-time home buyers wanting to move to Richmond Hill, honestly. Then the next city, which I'm very familiar with, is Vaughan. It falls right under this tier right here. Vaughan is booming. Some of the houses going up in Vaughan are just immaculate. And some of the houses that are already there today, they have this historic feel to them. And the pockets that they're in, you're just driving in these streets in Vaughan, you don't feel like there's a lot going on, but these houses are very good. The Vaughan Metropolitan Center, the subway connection, the new condo developments, there's this festival condo community that they're trying to create out there. It's incredible as well. The Kleinberg for that luxury and tons of shopping parks and amenities are out there. So they're turning that whole city into a very good community per se. And personally, I have my church that I go out there to typically a lot of times, and it's in Vaughan, and I can see what is happening and the growth that is going on in there. So it's modern, it's fresh, and it's growing really, really fast. So that's it for that tier A, the lifestyle, the good schools, the strong demand, the communities. And I found a lot of tier A when I was doing the research, a lot of that was in that North York area. So it's a really good area. So we can't complain if you fall under that tier A. Now, let me look at, this is the S tier, most requested city. The city itself is just, everybody wants to be in there. I can tell you the schools in this tier are top notch, like to a point where some of the schools have waiting lists. So the first city that falls under this tier is Oakville. I bet some of you are not surprised by that. Oakville is elite. There's no other way to put it. It's just elite. It stands out. You get that lakefront. You get the Bronx Harbor. You get the beautiful neighborhoods. You get the beautiful community and some of the most consistent demand areas in the Greater Toronto area. So when the market is down, yes, it's down, but the prices still stay strong. You're not going to get ridiculously lower prices. And when the market is really strong, Oakville is up there as well. So families love Oakville. Professionals love Oakville. And the market stays strong in every single cycle because if you're moving to Oakville, you have good income, you have maybe good standards if you want to put it that way. You can sustain the pressure that you feel in a city like Oakville. You don't just move to Oakville because you like it and you want to be out. You move to Oakville because, yes, all those things, but you also have to be aware that you're able to afford it because the pricing is not a joke either. So that's it for Oakville. The other area that falls under this tier is the Toronto Midtown area. This is the Yonge and Eglinton Leaside area, that Bedford Park area. If you want that perfect mix between urban and suburban living, Midtown gives you exactly that. So, and there's just that good feel. There's the mixture of young, old, professional, and people are active in this pocket, and the restaurants, what you get in there, the parks that are going in there, the new buildings that are coming in there, you get that walkability, you get cafes, you get parks, restaurants, you get the TTC and the subway access. It's a high demand area and it will always be, no matter what's going on with the market. So the other city that falls under this tier is Vaughan. I already mentioned Vaughan in the previous tier, but Vaughan again falls under this tier. I just had to add it in there because when I was looking at Vaughan, it's just, there's so much happening in there as well. So So that's why Vaughan shows up twice. And this is because the demand is just strong on both ends of the market. The modern lifestyle, the luxury pockets, and the great transit. I mean, guys, how could I not put Vaughan into this tier? So my personal topic, if I had to choose one of the cities right now for, let's say, lifestyle, for value, for community, and for long-term upside, you know what? I was going to give you one, but I'll give you two. My top two. My first one would be Milton. My second one would be Vaughan. Because for both of them, you get that, the community, the neighborhood, the type of houses that you're going to get out there. It's nice and quiet. I appreciate my quiet times. The value of the homes are going to keep going up. Raising family, that's an important thing for me. Raising family, those two cities will give you good aspects of raising family because the kind of communities that are out there, the lifestyle that you're going to get out there, there's not too much commotion going on. The schools are also very, very good. Maybe I could add Oakville in there as well. But for Oakville, the kind of home that I'll probably want to get is not going to be the biggest type of home. But so that's why I prefer Milton or Vaughan. So here's the next step. If you're planning to move anywhere in the GTA, the Greater Toronto area, reach out to me, call me, send me a quick text, message me, and let me know what cities you're thinking. Just hit the link in the description and it will direct you into the information that is required, and I'll be able to reach out to you immediately. Let me walk you through your budget, your commute, your lifestyle, your needs, what your family goals are, and let's match you with the city that best fits you and your family. So until next time, my name is Clement. See you in the next video. Thank you.